Hello, everybody. This is Reality TV News Update, where you'll find the most recent news, fun moments, and behind-the-scenes stories that you won't want to miss. The pair starred on the latest season of the CBS series. Big Brother star Rachel Riley has slammed her co-star Keanu Soto in an explosive since-deleted post in response to comments he made about her on a live stream. Rachel didn't hold back when addressing her former housemate's recent dig, in which he called the Big Brother veteran and several of their co-stars irrelevant. A video has circulated on social media of Keanu sharing how he really feels about some of his season 27 castmates, less than 3 months after Ashley Hollis was crowned the winner. After fans brought up Ashley's earlier comment on a live stream that she didn't think he was good at Big Brother and thus wouldn't be asked back for the All-Stars spinoff, the reality star responded, "This is why I don't really mess with Rachel, Jimmy Hegarty, Ashley, outside of the house." Ashley had stated that she didn't think he was good at Big Brother. "I love them as people, don't get me wrong. However, I don't fuck with that," Keanu continued. "They're trying to elevate their stardom by trying to bring down other people. Why are you trying to talk bad on other people to try to raise yourself? If anything, you just make yourself look like more irrelevant more than anything, and I feel like a lot of them realize that they are kind of irrelevant," the TV star went on. "They have to make the most of this window before the season that starts next year, and if they don't, they'll be completely forgotten about. That's kind of unfortunate because they need to have some sort of relevance right now to capitalize on their relevance. Since there is good reason, nobody really talks about them. It is what it is," he added. Keanu then singled Rachel out, claiming she was not happy that he won over 65% of voters for the title of America's favorite houseguest and secured the $50,000 prize, which apparently contributed to their beef. "I've been told quite a few things by people who have tried to do business with her, and honestly, it's kind of funny because I ain't sweating shit," the TV personality laughed. Rachel clapped back at Keanu's comments in a post on X, which has since been removed, and branded him a villain. "This is why I don't talk to this person," the 3-time Big Brother contestant's rant began. "For no reason out of the blue, he talks badly about me, shading my business and calling me a has-been and irrelevant. He is the villain, I just play on TV, and this vote went to his ego, and now he's coming for a mom of 2 who's just trying to do her best and work hard." Rachel, who had the most experience on the show this past season, further defended herself, saying she tries to always support her former housemates in their endeavors after the show and has spent hours trying to make this time better for them. In a separate post, she continued her rant, calling Keanu a boy child for his disrespectful and gross behavior. She also addressed another comment made by Ashley in which she predicted that Keanu would compete next on MTV's The Challenge. On his live show, Keanu made the comment, "If I don't get called back for All Stars, it's because I'm killing it on another show," which hinted at the possibility of switching franchises. In a third post, Rachel criticized Keanu, writing, "Drop him, I'll go. After his disrespectful rant, I'd love to prove who the has-been is." Keanu and Rachel were the only houseguests from their season who did not get a live eviction, as some unexpected twists sent them packing. In the end, Ashley defeated runner-up Vince Panaro and Morgan Pope in the September 28th finale. Rachel Riley had always been one of the most recognizable faces to emerge from the Big Brother franchise. Known for her sharp intuition, strategic grit, and unapologetic personality, it was no stranger to drama. But even longtime fans weren't prepared for the firestorm that erupted this week after Rachel unleashed a scorching, now deleted social media post aimed at a Big Brother 27 co-star, one she accused of being a man-child, disrespectful, and a gross villain off the show. Screenshots, responses, explanations, counterposts, and a tidal wave of speculation about exactly what transpired between Rachel and her unnamed castmate set off a chain reaction across the BB fandom. Even though the initial post vanished in a matter of minutes, the repercussions had already begun. The post that lit the fuse. According to fans who grabbed screenshots, the post had gone live around 1:17 a.m., a time Rachel usually reserved for sharing late-night thoughts, workout clips, or playful Big Brother nostalgia. However, this message was not jovial, it was blistering. "Some people are exactly who they show themselves to be," the post read. "On the show, he pretends to be misunderstood, sweet, whatever. However, off the show, total man-child. Zero accountability, zero respect, and honestly, a gross villain when cameras aren't around. He lacks intelligence, he's not strategic, he's not deep," the post continued. "He's rude, messy, thinks yelling equals winning, and no one should be fooled by the edit." Less than 20 minutes later, the post vanished, but the screenshots didn't. The tension behind the scenes. By the time Rachel's message hit the fandom, murmurs of tension between her and several BB27 castmates had been circulating for months. While the show itself aired with mostly playful competition, alumni events, podcasts, and meetups revealed a different story. Rachel and the unnamed male co-star had clashed repeatedly during recent group appearances. Sources from within the fandom recalled several icy interactions. A live stream where the co-star interrupted Rachel every time she spoke. A charity panel where he complained about Rachel hogging the mic. Allegedly took it back 5 minutes later during a backstage encounter at a BB alumni event where he apologized. Nothing, however, had ever exploded publicly, until now. Shock, support, and speculation from fans. The fandom fractured almost instantly. Within minutes, hashtags began forming. Team Rachel, BB27 drama, who is the villain, and even a satirical man-child gate are among the hashtags. Some fans defended Rachel fiercely. If Rachel's calling him out this directly, something serious happened. She knows real villains because she has been in this game for over a decade. She was accused of overreacting by others, who claimed that the rivalry felt overblown or not necessary. But the majority simply wanted more information. What was the tipping point? What brought about a message that was so unfiltered and raw in the middle of the night? Rachel speaks again, softening the flames, not extinguishing them. Hours later, Rachel came back with a calmer post. She wrote, "Passion sometimes gets the better of me. However, I stand by my statement regarding respect. I expect adults to act like adults, on and off camera." Again, she avoided naming names, but the subtext was indescribable. She didn't deny anything, she merely reframed it. It probably stoked the fires of conversation. In a follow-up Instagram story, she clarified, "I don't dislike anyone, I just refuse to deal with childish behavior. Boundaries are healthy." The fandom interpreted that as confirmation that the feud was real and ongoing. The man-child responds. Not long after Rachel's posts, the unnamed BB27 co-star issued a lengthy message of his own, one peppered with sarcasm but carefully avoiding direct escalation. "I'm not going to beef online," he wrote. "If someone wants to make everything about themselves, that's on them. I'm going about my life. I don't need to name-call." The BB community instantly pointed out that while he didn't officially acknowledge the insults, the parallel timing was more than a coincidence. He insisted he wasn't bothered, but the statement felt defensive to many. A rift long in the making. The conflict didn't just happen, according to longtime fans. Rachel's patience had been thinning for months. During a charity appearance in Orlando, witnesses reported the co-star repeatedly mocking Rachel for being too intense and still acting like it's week one in the house. Rachel reportedly laughed it off at first, but later told friends the comments were condescending and purposefully rude. At a later event, he allegedly called her extra for preparing notes for a panel discussion. The tension simmered until a backstage disagreement last week. One insider's claim involved Rachel confronting him for being disrespectful to several castmates.
He reportedly dismissed her concerns, telling her she was manufacturing drama. That, according to one source, was the moment everything snapped. Reasons for the post's deletion, but not forgotten. Rachel's decision to delete the post sparked its own round of speculation. Did production ask her to remove it? Was she worried about contracts? Did a co-star contact her privately? Insiders say Rachel simply didn't want to deal with the negativity all night, especially since her notifications exploded almost instantly. Still, she didn't walk anything back. She only apologized for the heat, not the content. And that made the fandom even more certain that this was not a misunderstanding, but a long-standing feud that finally boiled over. What happens next? Despite the now-deleted post, the tension remains thick. Rachel and her co-star are both scheduled to appear
Rachel
at
had never been afraid to speak her mind. Across multiple seasons, spin-offs, and reunion specials, the Big Brother star had built her brand on being bold, emotional, and brutally authentic. But even longtime fans weren't ready for the firestorm she unleashed this week. A sudden, scorching, since-deleted post that tore into one of her Big Brother 27 co-stars with the ferocity of a live eviction night meltdown. It was nearly midnight when the message appeared. Rachel was well known for her late-night posts, which consisted typically of reminiscing BB reflections, gym selfies, or photographs of her children asleep on the couch. But this one hit different. This one practically sizzled off the screen. She wrote, "Disrespectful" at the top. "I'm done playing pretend, done being polite. Some people are exactly who they showed themselves to be in the house, a man-child. A gross villain off the show, too. No growth, no self-awareness, just excuses." Screenshots began to spread like wildfire throughout the fandom in a matter of minutes, and within 20 minutes, the post disappeared. But the damage and the drama were already irreversible. The spark behind the explosion. The BB27 community had been hearing rumors for months about escalating tension between Rachel and a particular male co-star. Fans had seen hints during reunion streams, the forced smiles, the clipped tones, the subtle jabs that didn't quite land as jokes. However, there was no doubt that something had transpired behind the scenes that was significant enough to bring their secretly simmering animosity to a public boiling point at midnight. Sources close to the situation claimed the two had clashed during a recent alumni event rehearsal. The group was preparing for an upcoming live panel, and Rachel, ever the professional, wanted to run through their timing, cues, and topics. But her co-star, known for being unpredictable on camera and downright chaotic off of it, laughed off the structure. He told her she was acting like his mom, one attendee claimed. He rolled his eyes, noted that she was doing the most, and advised her to chill out and stop being dramatic. Rachel reportedly fired back that he needed to grow up and take something seriously just once. Witnesses said he smirked and walked away, tossing out a final, mocking comment that struck the nerve that would set everything off. "Calm down, Rachel. You're not the star of everything." Those 8 words apparently echoed all the way into her late-night post. Rachel's deleted post, the full context. While the original post was removed quickly, fans captured continuous screenshots. The full text, according to one trending thread, read as follows. "It is baffling how individuals can be given opportunity after opportunity and continue to behave like naive children, throwing tantrums, disrespecting people, making panels uncomfortable, treating fans like they owe you something. I don't care how the edit made him look. Sweet, goofy, misunderstood. Off the show, he's a straight-up gross villain. I'm tired of babysitting a grown adult who can't take accountability for anything. No wonder everyone behind the scenes is fed up. Call me dramatic, but at least I show up, I work, I respect people. I'm not dragging a man-child across the finish line anymore." A final curt line marked its conclusion. "Wear the shoe if it fits." The fandom didn't need to guess long. It was obvious. The man-child response. Only an hour after Rachel's post disappeared, her co-star posted a message of his own, a long block of text on a black background, classic celebrity damage control formatting. "I'm not engaging in attention-seeking behavior.
If someone wants to use social media to start drama, that's on them. I understand who I am. He didn't say there was a conflict. He didn't deny any behavior. But he wrapped the whole message in a layer of smugness that only made things worse. Fans immediately noticed he liked several comments accusing Rachel of being jealous, insecure, and obsessed with staying relevant. The fandom erupted. The fallout within the cast. BB27 cast members began subtly weighing in or avoiding weighing in so hard that it was noticeable. One castmate posted a meme of Kermit sipping tea. Another wrote, "Some people bin needed to be called out," without specifying who. A third simply posted, "I hate group drama, please leave me out," but then liked Rachel's story an hour later. Lines were being drawn, sides were forming. But the biggest surprise came from a typically quiet castmate, a friend to both Rachel and the accused, who wrote, "Honestly, she held back for months. Don't poke someone and act surprised when they snap." By itself, that comment sent the fandom spiraling. Rachel elaborates without expressing regret. Rachel posted once more the following morning, this time calmer, controlled, but no less firm. "I don't want negativity to take over my timeline, so I deleted what I posted last night. However, I did not speak of hate in any of my statements. I don't tolerate disrespect. I can't stand people who treat others badly behind the scenes and act like the victim in public. I am setting limits." Fans noted, she didn't walk anything back. She didn't retract a single statement. She simply refused to continue the public fire. As a result, her message became more audible than any midnight rant. Behind the scenes, extensive conflict. Insiders claim this was not at all a sudden explosion. It had been growing for months. At a meet and greet, the co-star allegedly showed up late and blamed Rachel for rushing him. During a podcast appearance, he interrupted her repeatedly, later saying she talks too much. He is said to have yelled at a member of staff at a charity event before accusing Rachel of embarrassing him for calling it out. Rachel had apparently tried to handle it privately multiple times, but the disrespect kept piling up. The deleted post wasn't random. It marked the tipping point. Where things stand now, the two are still scheduled to appear at the same BB alumni event next month. Organizers are reportedly rearranging seating charts, panel lineups, and backstage rooms to avoid placing them anywhere near each other. The level of speculation is unprecedented. The hashtags Team Rachel and Team Manchild continue to be popular. Additionally, neither star is speaking loud enough to put out the fire, but not loud enough to resolve anything. However, there is one certainty. Rachel meant every word, and her co-star heard every word. A line has been drawn, and there's no going back. The fan base can only wait for the next spark for the time being. Because if there's one thing Big Brother alumni never fail to deliver, it's drama, even long after the cameras stop rolling.